Welcome back. Did you miss me? IK. IK? Oh, there goes my spinning. So, we're into SSK haul recap. SSK related fiber spinning. Yay! Because I've been kicked into spinning overdrive, and you will see that in my purchases. This is the SSK 2016 special edition of the Yarnivore podcast. I have 2 bags worth of awesome sauceums to get through. This is not including the t-shirt because that is in the wash. I have worn it since. And it's basically a show and tell of holy crap, I spent all the monies. And I won a bunch of stuff too. And I got some free stuff. And I traded for some stuff. There's just a lot of stuff. But you know what? I really enjoy seeing people's purchases. It makes me want to go and buy things, which is not always good. But sometimes it's like, I really need to bookmark that and go back and like look at them when I have money. So this is a pencil case that came with the baggie of goodies. And it had all the stuff, the business cards in it. It does not anymore. I'm actually going to be using this for floss and such, for cross stitch, because that is who I am. Multi-craftual. Okay, so here's a story. Awilda, who I love, goes, "Can you get me a bag?" Yes, I can get you a bag. She wants a fat squirrel bag. She tells me which fat squirrel bag. Go after the fat squirrel bag. I get the fat squirrel bag. I'm in the line. Do you like how many Amy Beth does not need me to push her stuff. It's awesome and it sells out because it's awesome. But I'm like, if there was one thing I said going into that market, it was, I do not need any more bags. Unless it's a big bag. I don't know why I have an itch. Okay, so I do not need any more bags unless there's a big bag. In line at the Fat Squirrel. Now the way her booth is set up, this is apparently the story requires like schematics. But okay, so her booth's right here and the line goes along it, because that's how the line has to form in order for ingress and egress to work in the aisle. A big bag. This is not a big bag. No, it is a sock size bag, of which I have many. But I could not resist. I could not resist the kittens with the yarn balls. And sometimes you just have to. I only have one other sock bag by Amy Beth, and it's the octopus one, which reminds me of getting married because it's steampunk, and I had a steampunk wedding, and this one is just so cute with the kitties and the balls. So I had to get it. I'm blaming it on Awilda, because I can. But look at the bag. Look. I had to have it. There's kitties and balls of yarn. I couldn't. This one I won at the closing ceremony. I won 3 things at the closing ceremony. This one I won at the closing ceremony. It is Two Guys Yarn Company in the Targhee base in the Cobbler colorway, which, by the way, is the bomb diggity. Look at that. I hold it back here. It's perfect. Here's my first draft thing from earlier, if you missed it. There you go. I knew I put it somewhere. I'm going to leave it with that so I can write the yardage on it. So, this is the Targhee base of Yumminess. Which, so, at the market, I had to have, this one's called Smoke It. Look at that. Look at it. Are you looking? Smoke it if you got it. And, well, I'm not smoking. It's been, 8 months now? Yeah, I hit 8 months at the end of this month. So, we're moving into month 9. I'm pretty awesome. But, this colorway. So I figured I would spin these together. What do you think? They're both Targhee. They're both approximately 4 ounces. They're both the bomb diggity. And I think that it will play perfectly together. It's just my theory. It's just a thought. And because I'm a wool pig, apparently, I was on a fiber mission, apparently, because my desire to spin was kickstarted by taking the spinning roving class with Maggie Casey, to the point that apparently I needed to buy all the fiber. All the fiber. And this one is also on the Targhee. I needed the Targhee in my life. I don't have any Targhee, I don't think. So now I have a fair bit of Targhee, but look at this green. It's called Garden Leaves. It's showing up blue, but it's actually like a deep emerald. It's reading blue. I can't make it not read blue, but oh my god. And again, it's You Guys Yarn Company, Taming the Rainbow. They're on Etsy. They're on Etsy. They're 100 Shades of Fabulous. Go forth and conquer. Then I got some hobbledehoy because I have never spun with hobbledehoy. I've heard a lot about hobbledehoy. There's more hobbledehoy in my other bag. We're going through each bag individually. This is what we're doing. Hi, Frank. Frank, you want to come say hi? She mews now, randomly. I think she misses her sister. But if you say her name and talk to her, she'll come running to you. This is 4 ounces of merino wool tencel, 80/20, in the Constellation colorway. I had to have it because I love the colorway. I'm not a big fan of tencel. It's been a while since I've spun some, but like, I mean, look at that color. That color needs to be in my life because it's blues and rusts, and apparently blue and rust just makes me happy. And whatever makes me, it was basically like I am, you know, struggling with, if you watched earlier, grief losing a cat, right? I'm struggling with that, so I went hog wild in terms of buying crap. Crap is not a swear. I've decided that. Okay, so next up, I got these two to spin together. This is the Darkling Rainbow by Gail's Art. It's overdyed dark brown blue face wool. Approximately 1 ounce of 6 rainbow colors: yellow, orange, red, purple, blue, and green. And it's gorgeous, and it's dark, and it's mysterious. And then I got this, which I believe is the yarn it's dyed on, which is the brown blue face wool. So I'm going to spin, I'm going to do a really long, like, heavily drafted version of this, and I'm going to spin it with this. And then I'm going to Navajo ply it. And it is going to be magical. Although I'm realizing now I might need to get another one of these. I might. Just for what I'm attempting to do. However, that is my plan for that. And I'm going to throw everything back in here for right now, because I can. And we're going to continue onward into the next. So, hobbledehoy. I also picked up this, which is Scandinavian Noir Batlings, 2.4 ounces of organic Polworth bamboo yak silk and sparkle. Again, apparently this is what I need. I'm not even, like, this is not yellow. This is reading a lot more yellow than it is. It's a coppery, rusty, yummy color. I have no idea what I'm going to spin it with. I think this would be good on a drop spindle. I have a theory. Drop spindle it is. House of Yarn was giving these out. They're cute little books by Jill Draper Make Stuff with sheepies on them. Looking forward to using that. Then at the closing ceremony, I won these. More hobbledehoy, because I need hobbledehoy in my life. It's organic Polworth bamboo silk silver holographic sparkle. Each of these is 2 ounces, and it's the Reading Rainbow colorway, which is why I basically put my name in it. Because as soon as I saw it, I started singing the Reading Rainbow theme song. Because I friggin' loved that show growing up. These were in our goodie bags, so I'll show you that. This is by Acreworks, and it is a gauge row counter thingy here. Let's see if I can use my sock. My sock is not as wide as it should be, but so you set it down and it kind of grabs onto things. It does like that, so you can count your rows, which is awesome. And then this, which has, yeah, there you go. Tells you different sizes and wraps per inch, which is always good to have around. The other awesome thing, which is kind of good for doing, it'll be great for doing any mini skeins I need to send out, is a 1 yard nitty naughty. Made by Katrinkles. It also has a 1 inch measurement, and it pulls apart. It's really awesome. Really, really awesome. I may not have put my, I bought a Jerry Brock spindle, drop spindle, Turkish drop spindle. I know, I may not have put it in here because I'm a horrible person, but I got the whale one that I really, really wanted, because she had overstock of like one of the ones with whale flukes, and yeah, so I totally bought it. Because I need another drop spindle, because I've been drop spindling ever so much. Although maybe this will be the motivation. Then on the free table, because there was a free table, there were 2 things of Crown Mountain Farms. Do you know how hard this stuff is to get? It's ridiculous. Okay, I get that you may not like yellow and black because it looks like a bumblebee, but seriously? These are from the Fiber Clubs. These are 4 ounces. They're not the really big ones. This is the Woman and the Stone. And this one is Yarnivore, whatever. I don't care. I took them. I'll spin them. I'll be happy. Freaking love this one. And the Bumblebee one? How can you not love Bumblebee one? I don't know. Weird people. Weird people benefits me. We also got this dish stopper, which I am really excited to try out. It's by, is this Jelby? Jelby did these? I believe. Yes. Yes? Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. Hold on. Yes, by Jelby. Okay, so you see this little plastic thing? You stick your needles through there and you tighten it, and it keeps them from falling off. I am excited, and it's even got like a little progress keeper clip, so you can clip it to your work while you're working and then use it. She's freaking genius. Like how I did that there? Okay, so the last thing I won, because I was a big wiener, was the Sarah's Texture Crafts Quick Easy Simple Fingerless Mitts package, which I took out of the wrap because it was crinkly. It comes with a free pattern. The pattern is also free on Ravelry if you like these mittens. And my horrible, my nail polish is just horrible chipping right now. And I got a skein of Superwash Sock 4-ply variegated in the All Hallows Eve colorway, go figure, 80/20 Superwash BFL nylon. It's basically what I just spun up, right? It's the purples and the oranges and Halloweeny yumminess, and I will make those into the fingerless mitts as described and wear them quite proudly, because that is who I am as a human being. Then Jan B. Smiley, these were part of our kits. You can get these little plastic tubes, and this one comes with stitch markers, but they hold things that so you don't lose them. It's called the Lose Me Not, Jan B. Smiley on Etsy. I think it's quite ingenious, and that's going to go in my Notions pouch. And now we're into the yarns that I bought, etc., etc. Well, before we get into the yarns that I bought, here is the second skein of Murakami. My mother-in-law brought it for me, and now I'm going to make the True Friend, which was gifted to me by Knitting Wolf. Knitting. Starts with Knitting. My adorable friend Dawn gifted it to me for my birthday, and she's having a knit-along right now. This does not qualify for the knit-along, sadly. But I really want to make it, and I'm going to use this with my own I Am No Bird colorway, and it is going to be awesome sauce. Okay, so the yarn that came with our stuff, the yarn that came in the bag, is Turtle Pearl Yarn's striped turtle toes, which is two equal self-striping skeins. This one's called Party Wear 5. It is 75/25 superwash merino nylon and 450 yards by Turtle Pearl. She's Canadian. She's on Etsy, and as the Canadian dollar is somewhat weak, go forth and conquer. I love her stuff. She dyed a special skein for me of Petrie, which I adore and have not yet used because it's Petrie, and I'm really sentimental right now, so I'm not going to discuss that much more, but Turtle Pearl is awesome, and her yarns are awesome, and I think this is going to be a wicked 2 at a time sock set. Just love it. So that was in the bag. I swear, I think the mosquitoes are out in full force today, because I just keep getting... Right, so next up, my husband plays a video game called Overwatch. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Overwatch, but basically he pre-ordered it and he's played it nonstop since it's been out. And like, he'll take a break every now and then to cross stitch and stuff, but for the most part he's playing Overwatch. There are something like 20 heroes, and another crafty girl who is my home slice when it comes to gaming geekdom, she has the full line. I think there are 4 she's shy of, but she's promised me that those are going to be made because she's missing at least one that I know I have to get. And so she was posting them on Instagram and on her Facebook page, and I was sending them, like, at SSK she was doing that, like, the night before. And so I copied it and sent it to my husband, and he's like, I need these 2 characters because I play these are his characters. So he wanted Diva and Junkrat. So here's Junkrat, and he is called Total Mayhem, which makes complete sense if you know him. He is a nutty character, and yellows, greens, grays of awesome. And the other one, which is going to be skeined up and is going to be knit into a pair of hedgerow mittens, because that is what he's requested, hedgerows fingerless mittens. You know your husband is secure in his manhood. This one's called Suiting Up. It's pinks, it's purples, it's grays, and he wants fingerless mitts out of this because he plays Diva a lot. And I love it. And I love knitting with another crafty girl. So, since he requested those, I had to have them. I had to get them. And they will be knit up right smartly. I also want to get my hands on some of the, is it Zarya? Ponky Sarah was knitting them at SSK, and they turned out so good. She did the honey badger pattern. Because apparently I get all the things for my husband, I also picked this up. It's from the first draft. And it is called The Wild Hunt. It is on the Vonnegut sock weight yarn, which is 60% superwash merino, 30% bamboo, 10% nylon, which should make a nice light sock for him. This is one of the Dresden Files sock yarns. And I like it. It's got that bamboo-y, that light bamboo-iness. It's been a while since I've knit with bamboo. It'll be nice, and it'll be a good autumn sock for him, I think. So, yeah, because my husband's obsessed with Dresden. Obsessed. Continuing on, I was at the Two Guys Yarn Company booth, and I saw this, and they also gave me a stitch marker, which is like trying it. It's the cutest little stitch marker ever. This is called Key Lime Martini, and I saw it and I thought this needs to be paired with something for brioche. It is a very light lime. It is 80% superwash BFL, 20% nylons, 400 yards, the standard and sock. And it is nice, it is squishy, it is soft, and it wants to be brioche. It told me that. It told me that while we were buying it. Because I can't walk past Fiber Nymph without buying something. I just can't. I think it's a compulsion. I got the Squish 2.0, 75% superwash Cordale, 25% nylon, 383 yards of a fingering weight on the bright side. I don't think I've ever done Cordale in a sock, so I am looking forward to knitting this up. I am indeed. I am. I want to see how it does. I think I could get away with probably, it's a thicker fingering, it's a heavy fingering. I could get away with like less stitches or something. Then, because I am a lemming, actually no, I'm not a lemming, I make my own decisions, but I saw this and I had to have it because of course steampunk. This is called the Brass Octopus. It is one of Gail's Art's sock blanks. 463 yards, 100 grams, 75-25 superwash merino nylon. And it's got gears and shifty things on it, and I need it, because it reminds me of my wedding. And I love purple. I mean, what more do you need? I'm just slapping myself down here. It's been a while since I knit a sock blank, so I may as well. I couldn't resist. I can't resist Gail's stuff. It's kind of like crack. Got the fiber, got the blank, got the bling. I also saw Stephen and Andy of the Leading Man Fiber Arts, who, by the way, are the bomb. This is Neon Pencil in the Soliloquy, which is 657 yards of 100% superwash BFL in a fingering weight. And Steve was knitting the most awesomest shawl, which he was doing as a sample for stitches, I believe. Don't quote me. And I saw it and I was like, I need that in my life. I need it. You're going to have some, right? And he did, and I had to have it because, I mean, look at this. Look at the awesomeness of the neonness. And it's so blippity. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. I may do something like what Steve was doing. Or I may, this would be a great excuse me if I made it with like a dark background. I don't know. I don't know what it wants to be yet, but I knew that it had to come home with me. And of course, I don't need to tell you that it's leadingmanfiberarts.bigcartel.com. I shouldn't have to, because they're awesome. And I love seeing Steve. Wish I could see Steve more, because he's pretty wicked awesome. So is Andy. Don't get me wrong. They're both awesome. Okay. The last two. And I got to hang out with these ladies quite a bit, and it was pretty wicked. It's great to talk shop with other dyers who are like really awesome and supportive, and be awesome and supportive with them. And I love their stuff, so it was just really fun to hang out with Gail, Sarah, and Laura, respectively Gail's Art, Knitting and Color, and Jinx Yarns. It was just great. It was great. They're awesome ladies, and I love their stuff, and if you can't tell, I totally went crazy. This is called Burned at Both Ends. It is on acoustic sock, which is the 80-20 superwash merino nylon. It's by Knitting and Color. This is one of her new colorways, and she had these big boxes of minis where you could like pick your assortment, and I saw this as a mini, and I was like, I need that. She's like, oh, here it's brand new. It's in this. So I was like, yes. So I had to go get one. Because apparently I'm really into rust right now. Just show me something that's rusty. And this is After the Storm. It's also an acoustic sock. And there was a hat knit out of it. And I'm sorry, but I needed it. And you might need it too. because it is that awesome. I love it's almost got a gray base to it, which makes me a happy camper because I love gray. I could dive in and live in gray. It's the new black, people. The last two I picked up were Jinx Yarn, which is www.jinxyarn. This is the strong sock, which is 80/20. I'm pretty sure we all just have this exact same base and we just name it something different. And this is Eternal Sonata, which is a video game. And this is like, it's been smushed because it was in my bag, but oh my god, it's gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that. Are you seeing that? Look at the color depth on that. Mine. And this one, I was torn. I was really torn. I waffled a lot, but eventually I picked Crime Wave because it is so much fun. And again, I think in brioche these days because I thought this would be amazing with like a black and brioche. I don't know. Maybe it should be a shawl. I know it's not going to be socks because this is too pretty to put on my feet, but it is also in the strong sock. Ironically, it's got the word sock in it, and I don't think it's going to be made into a sock because it is that beautiful. It is that awesome sauceums. So those were my SSK purchases and some of the stuff that was in the goodie bag. The goodie bags were awesome. The goodie bags are always awesome. I was really being restrained. I know you don't believe me when I say that, but this was really, I was practicing some serious restraint. I really wanted to buy all the things. I did not buy something from every booth, which is something I've done in years past. I wanted to, but I couldn't, man. I couldn't. So I was being very restrained, and now I can't buy yarn for like the next millennia. But although a lot of it's spinning fiber, and I'm looking forward to spinning it and seeing how it comes out. So, but SSK this year was major fun, major awesome. I really enjoyed my classes, and I'm gonna put my name in for next year as always because it's so much fun to do. But 27 minutes of me recounting my haul and my stash is a bit much. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed everything I bought. I hope you run over and buy stuff from everybody as they start posting because they're back home and they've put up more stuff in their shop. You should go buy it. You should support your local indies. You should support your non-local indies. You should just buy independent yarn all the time when you have the money and you can. So I will see everybody next week. If you're staying tuned for the floss tube, that will be recorded shortly. I need a beverage. Bye, everybody.